Hey everyone, welcome back to InfoComm 2025. It's the last day of the show. I'm here at the Datavideo booth and I'm joined by Craig Moffat. First of all, congratulations. This has been a very successful InfoComm for you guys.
Yes, thank you. We decided to go a little bigger booth this year and show more applications. And I think it's going to pay off in the long run. It's been a good investment for us to show these type of applications to our customers. And
yes,
because it's a different look for us.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we talked about this setup at NAB, which was very similar. And we kind of talked about how this is a perfect setup for someone who wants to do a production level, production quality kind of, podcast, video cast, but maybe doesn't have the producer to be able to do it. And you were talking about, we don't know if we're going to bring this to InfoComm, but you did. And it's been absolutely successful, right?
Surprisingly so, yes. I wasn't sure because I thought just broadcasters would want to see something like this.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, the majority of customers that wanted to see this were higher ed.
Absolutely.
A lot of higher ed applications. There's so many people that do integration for higher ed, and actually universities have been here coming by. They don't have anybody to run it. So they want to put it in a library, they want to put it in one of the rooms, and they have students that want to come in and they have aspirations to be influencers, and so they want to practice in doing that, and so they want to have a podcast and be able to upload it to their YouTube channel or whatever. So,
which is fantastic. So tell me a little bit about the technology that is running literally what we're doing right now.
So it's fairly simple. It's a little different from NAB.
Yes.
NAB we had to have a microphone array that would be above us, our head, that would pick up positions here where we're sitting. This case we're using an Allen and Heath audio processor, and it's taking audio levels from when we talk into the mic. And in both applications we're using a product called VoiceTRX100 from Datavideo, and actually we're highlighting VoiceTRX100 almost everywhere else in the booth.
Cool.
And showing different ways you can use it, different applications of how to automate. The whole story at Datavideo is right now is how do I automate these type of applications like a podcast?
Yeah.
So the fact that you don't need somebody there in the room, we've already set this up in a library, and they love it because the librarian doesn't have to know how to do anything.
Yes.
They just check the room out to whoever wants to do a podcast. They put an SD card, push record, and start the podcast, and they can go as long as they want.
That's awesome. Tell me about the other applications for VoiceTRX100.
Well, we have very more traditional. We actually built a conference room on our booth here, and we actually have a ceiling array mic for more of a traditional conference that you would have, where you can take positions in the room. Someone's talking in the room, and the cameras will go to that person. And we're now introducing ways to do that with auto tracking as well. So we're bringing AI auto tracking into that. So for example, if you're doing a classroom and you need to zoom in on somebody that's doing a presentation on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
And I stand on the left.
Yeah.
We can position the whiteboard to the right, and if I stand on the right, position that.
Yeah.
That can be all done automatically.
Right.
So again, it's all about the far end opportunity. So you want to see what that looks like on the far end. You want to be able to see what they're doing in the room, so they know what's going on. So, and the other thing that's in that room is we have advanced windowing. Mm-hmm. So we have the ability to have multiple people on the screen at the same time. When active speakers are talking, you can have them on the screen at the same time. And that's something now that we have available that we're demonstrating in that room. So.
Very cool. I love that you guys have done that, because I think the most important thing about technology at InfoComm is showing how it works.
Yeah.
I think that InfoComm, we used to have a bad habit in AV of putting a product on a pedestal and being like, look at it, wow. And that's essentially like looking at a spec sheet. Like, I can look at it and see what it does, but I want to see it in action. I want to know how it's going to improve my life as a technology professional, at a university. Having something that I don't have to sit a person here for to do a production, that's going to save me time. Right. And so that I don't have to continue staffing this area all the time. So being able to show them exactly how this works and how it can improve productions at their universities, I think that's the real key.
Thank you. I think you really hit on what we try to do here. So, because I'm an old guy and it's got to be simple for me to understand. So, so we want to make sure that we tell our story in a way that how we'd use our gear in what application, and that's exactly what we try to do here in all these stations that we have in this space here.
Like user friendliness, that's such a big part of what you guys do. Because I mean, I think that I first got to know you guys at InfoComm like 2022 maybe, and you know, ever since then, every new product that you introduce, the first thing I notice about it is, oh, a teacher could use this. Like a regular person could come in and figure out how to do this without having to employ an extra production professional to come in and make sure that this is running all the time. And I think that's really great. You're saving people a lot of time and a lot of resources at universities and other places.
Yeah, in this case where you don't even need anything. You just walk in the room and it's automatically working. So that's the real real focus that we want to have here.
Absolutely. So. Well, last question I have for you, Craig, is where can people find more information on the VoiceTRX100 and the rest of what Datavideo does?
Well, we have a website, Datavideo.com, and we have a solution section there you can click on, and it has all these workflows and what products you need to make that solution work. And so that would probably be the best place to go and check out. And also we're going to be doing more videos with you.
Yes.
And going into, we have like 5 different little stations here that we can dig in a little bit more about some of our how it works. So of course, click through the Rave videos and watch those as well. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, and speaking of which, you can watch all of our videos on ravepubs.com/InfoComm. All of our videos are also on YouTube, so you will be able to see everything that we shoot here at the Datavideo booth today. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Again, I'm Steph Beckett, and thanks for watching. Bye.